In this video, I'll show you how you can turn these sort of slides into something nice, because this is what we see a lot. We don't have images, we have pure text, but that doesn't mean you can't do anything with it. What I'll do in this video, I'll first break down the existing slide that we have, the components, and secondly, we'll look at the redesigned version of what you can do with it for your brand. Now, there's a few basic components on this slide. First of all, we have the title, we have a subtitle. What I really like is that we have this keyword here highlighted. So that already makes it jump out just a bit more. And then we have these three large blocks of text, all with a subtitle or like a little bit of a mini header, and then some body text below it, and then repeated 1, 2, and 3 times. So this is already a quietly nice balanced slide, but I think we can do a lot more with it. Now, an extra point that I want to highlight is this little arrow here. And this is something which I see so many people do. If they want to put emphasis on one of the points, in this case, maybe reliable support, they either put like a rounded or like a square on top of it, they put an arrow, and you see it instantly clashes with the overall vibe of the slide. So we don't want to do that. Now, another thing is that we have such a large or a rather large body text. And we have, or the slide here center aligns it, which makes it harder to read, especially for those larger text. You want to left align it, just like a magazine or a paragraph, which is easier to read. So let's have a look at the redesigned version and see what we made of it. And here we can see the redesigned version. Now, at first glance, it might look totally different. But the reason behind that is, first of all, we're talking about the technology. So we want to have that tech feel in our presentations. I've gone for a dark template. You can always go for a light version as well. That doesn't really matter. What I've done is in the background, you can see I've used a slight gradient. So I started with dark in the bottom right, and then I've gone to a slightly lighter gray in the top corner. And this sort of gives us that gradient in the background, but naturally it sort of diverts our eye towards that lighter part. And that's where we have the title as well. So your trusted partner in technology. I've highlighted the keyword here as well. So the trusted partner, I think that's the most important word I would say in this sort of slide or this title. And that I think should jump out. So that's why we highlight it. And then I've taken that subheadline or that paragraph and I put it here on the side. It's a little bit less important. It's also quite a large body text, so I want to use it as a supportive element. So in support of that main title. So our eye can go towards it if we want it. Now here at the bottom, this is where the main things happen. What I've done is I've given each of these blocks an individual rectangle. So it's very clear that whatever happens in these rectangles, it sort of belongs together. It's like a card. And we can see those three, but with the center one highlighted in a different color. And we don't have to use that arrow, that red arrow, or we don't have to use that awkward red box. We want to do it in a more subtle way using the brand colors that we have available. So this way, this one instantly jumps out. And we can already see that I've also made it quite a little bit larger. Not too much, but in a subtle way. So if we compare this height versus this height, and the same with the bottom. So you see, I've made it optically just a little bit larger so it stands out more and it grabs the attention first. Then what I've done in the boxes is I've added a 0, 1 just as a style element, 1, 2, and 3, the main points. I've added a subtitle and a body text. It's exactly the same length, but I've used some colors to give some visual hierarchy and weight to it. So we have the title in that bold, nice contrasting color, and then some body text, which is a bit more tuned down with some transparency. I've done the inverse on the most important one, the one that should stand out, just so we have that color contrast. And then I've repeated it for the number 3 that we can see here. So we have those same elements all in place. Now to create those boxes, what we've done, or what you can do, is just a rounded rectangle in the background. So you see this shape, it's just a rounded rectangle with some outlines. So the outline is very thin and has a gradient. You go from very light here to almost transparent on the other side. Oops, there we go. So we go from light here at the top to almost transparent at the bottom. And that gives you sort of that light effect, that casting a light on the design. Now to go really into detail, we also have this light here up top. Remember the gradient that we talked about up first? Well, it could represent some sort of a light shining from this corner and then also casting on that little element. Again, that's like a very small design thing, but overall in general, I think it really helps that you sort of keep it consistent that way. So if we compare this back to the previous version, I think we could say that we have improved the slide, and at least it's more memorable. It's also a bit more hierarchy and easy to read and digest, I would say. So overall, if we use these type of slides in larger decks, this is one that people will more likely pay more attention to and also remember a bit more, especially with that main point. So people will remember the 1, 2, 3, and the middle one was the important one, and that's what we want to achieve. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you liked this redesign. Definitely let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn how to do this yourself and get that eye for design, I have an entire program available that teaches you all the fundamentals you need to know. And if you want me to redesign your slides, you can find me on X and then tag me in your pictures or slides, and I'll try to redesign them for you. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video.